Last night. Last time vol audiobook. Chapter 1, Your Bride. On a luxurious private cruise. A wedding was in progress. Jian coldly stared at the couple on the starboard. Her long blue dress swaying in the wind. Wait! She yelled and halted the ridiculous wedding, successfully attracting the attention of all the guests. Who's this lady? Why is she walking towards the bride and her groom? Could she be Mr. Shangguan's lover, coming over to crash the wedding? The words entered the ears of Liao Wei, the bride of the day. Her smile went stiff as she panicked all of a sudden. She shifted her gaze and her heart plunged at the sight of the lady before her. No one would be stupid enough to let their love rival into their wedding, especially after all her efforts and careful planning. Man! Shangguan Li let go of Liao Wei's hands and began walking towards Jian with a loving gaze. His cold demeanor had long evaporated. Liao Wei panicked and pulled his arms frantically. Li, I am your bride. The Jian family is now bankrupt. Her voice was tender, but the force on his arm was strong. Jian sauntered over to the couple with a cold smile. Man, listen to me. Shangguan Li could see the indifference in her eyes, causing him to panic unconsciously. Congratulations. Your bride is beautiful. The Liao family may not be very wealthy and powerful, but still its business is not small. A good family to help you boost your business indeed. Jian smiled sarcastically and presented a shiny red angpao. The Jian family may be bankrupt now, but I can still afford to give you my blessings. I wish you a happy marriage. The moment she ended her words, the girl threw the angpao onto Shangguan Li with great force. The packet opened and all the cash flew out, slapping onto Shangguan Li's face before floating down to the floor. Upon closer inspection, some of the money notes were stained with traces of blood. Jian smirked at the humiliating sight. It's a wedding. Like the Chinese saying goes, for any happy events, the redder the better. Cash alone is not enough to express my sincere wishes, so I sprinkled some dog blood on it. Isn't that kind of me? Shangguan Li was unsettled by her actions. He immediately grabbed her hands and tried to explain. Man, you know that the only person I love is you. Don't make things difficult. Okay. Li, what are you talking about? Liao Wei's reputation was completely swept onto the floor by his words. That man was her husband. Liao Wei finally couldn't hold back her temper and flipped her veil to expose her face, her eyes now full of hatred. The Jian family is bankrupt. You think you are still the high and mighty young mistress of the family. You stand no chance to be with Li at all. Get lost now. Liao Wei and Jian used to be classmates. Back then, the Jian family was still very rich and powerful with their booming businesses. Be it her classmates or other business partners, all of them had fawned after the members of the powerful family. At that time, Jian was known as the Ice Queen in school with her cold but beautiful face. But now, Jian Corporation was under investigation for faulty products and non-compliance of standard operating procedures. All persons in charge were sent to jail for their misconduct. Shangguan Li could marry anyone, even an ordinary girl from a poor family, but not one from a family with a pending court case. Don't worry, I'll leave when it's time. Jian glanced at the cash on the floor and added mockingly, since you took my angpao, then we no longer owe each other anything now. The reporters from various media outlets snapped multiple shots of the unexpected wedding crash. What an eventful day for them. Liao Wei's face had darkened like charcoal as she shrieked. Which idiot let this woman in? Get her out of here now. Following her shrieks, the venue was getting uncontrollable with the mutters of comments, sounds of snapshots, and people who made live broadcast of the breaking event. At the messiest moment, the lights on the cruise suddenly went off with a loud crack. The venue immediately sank into such pitch-black darkness that the guests couldn't even see their hands. AHHH! Someone screamed. At that moment, a big hand covered Jian's mouth. while the other held her shoulders in a tight grip. Welcome to download the Bravonovel app. Read the novel last night, last time online and get the latest updates.